2 summers ago, I was on vacation in Formentera, a beautiful island in the Mediterranean. One day, I was having lunch with my partner in a very nice seafood restaurant called Can Rafalet. The location was idyllic. You are surrounded by the sea. You can see a small bay from the restaurant terrace, and you can smell the breeze coming from the sea. We were having a really wonderful lunch. Once we finished the main course, I ordered a mango panna cotta for dessert. A few minutes later, the waiter came with a big smile in his face, greatly proud, and he gave us this: a really special mango panna cotta. On the left, there was this white, creamy kind of pudding dessert with a lot of mango syrup on top. On the right, there was a drawing of a silly crab smiling at me. And the amazing thing was that it was made of strawberry and chocolate syrups. This is how Jose combines his job as a waiter in a restaurant with his passion as a painter. And he does that every day. Later that afternoon, we saw how Jose prepared all those plates. He was in a corner of the restaurant, drawing with different syrup bottles. His ability was amazing. And as soon as he finished a drawing, he put the plate in a pile and started another. I was astonished when I saw that, because he was so skilled, so creative, and he was enjoying himself so much. Imagine what a show. Among the drawings, there was a boat on the sea, a shark, an octopus, a bird flying. So my partner asked him, "Why are you drawing on plates?" And Jose replied, "Well, I love drawing, and in fact, I am a painter. And here in the restaurant, they let me do my thing, you know?" We continued talking, and then he said, "And by doing this, we differentiate from other restaurants in the area." Jose creates 160 drawings like this every single day. And he has been doing it for more than 11 years. Think about it. When people do what makes them happy at work, amazing things happen. My name is Joaquín Viñas. I am an enthusiastic trainer in happiness at work, and I will share with you why happiness at work has become a competitive advantage. And during this talk, you will discover a powerful tool to increase both happiness and performance at work. So what does happiness at work mean? I'm saying this because many times happiness at work is linked to nice office facilities with free fruit and a games room with a ping pong table. It is linked also to having flexible working hours, or to these social events, in person or virtual, where colleagues have fun with each other. All these initiatives are fine. However, happiness at work is much more than that. In fact, most of the activities that I just mentioned are done while we are not working. So let me ask you something. Think of a great experience that you have recently had at work. One that really made you happy. What made that experience so great? Think about it. Did you fix a complex issue? Did you have a positive impact on others? Did you make progress in a task or a project where you could use your strengths? During the trainings that I carry out in companies, I ask participants the same question. I have never heard someone say things such as playing ping pong or enjoying free fruit. Quite the opposite. Most of the experiences were task-related. And in those, participants explain how they were using their strengths to reach an objective, to contribute to a mission or to a purpose, or to have a positive impact on others. Positive psychology demonstrates how we feel happy when we can unleash our talents at work. And this is why I like to define happiness at work as the state of well-being that comes as a result of using our talents at work. I will say it again. The state of well-being that comes as a result of using your talents at work. Now the question is, are happy employees performing better than average? Do they get better results? Absolutely yes. And the reason is very simple. Because when you are happy at work, you are more engaged with your job and you are more loyal to the organization. If you stay in the company and you are more committed, your performance will be higher. Therefore, results will be much better. Last but not least, when you get results using your strengths, as we saw before, you simply feel happier. So here you have this beautiful virtuous circle that many successful companies practice. To give you an example, the Fortune company analyzes the 100 best companies to work for. These organizations apply policies to improve the well-being of their employees. It turns out that these 100 best companies to work for triple the return on investment compared to other equivalent indexes. When people are happy, they perform better. Especially new generations, millennials and centennials, who really want to be happy doing what they like at work. Happiness itself is a priority for them. So if we want people to perform better, it looks like it is a good idea to have policies that help employees feel happy doing their job. And this explains why happiness at work is indeed a competitive advantage. So now, what can you do to increase happiness at work? There are many initiatives that you can take. Today, I will focus on the one that, from my experience as a company trainer in happiness at work, is the most powerful one. And this is help people do more of what makes them happy. In other words, let people craft their job. Amy Graniewski from Yale University discovered that the one common trait in the happiest people in organizations was that they all had modified, tweaked, shaped their job, making it more meaningful so they could use their talents more. This is called job crafting, and it can be defined as the process that helps individuals reshape their jobs so that they can do more of what makes them happy. This is not about doing only the tasks that you like. Not at all. We'll have a job description and responsibilities to accomplish. But at the same time, you can really sculpt your job and modify some tasks so you can use your talents more. The example of the waiter Jose in Formentera is a great one because he is doing something meaningful. He is using his strengths and his talent, and he is adding value to his position and to the restaurant. If you think this case is a bit unusual, let me share with you another great example of job crafting that came out from the trainings I carry out in companies. In those workshops, I use a process where participants have to define what their talents are, what they enjoy most, and what their strengths are. And considering all this, they have to brainstorm about what they can do to unleash their full potential, adding value to the organization. And this is the moment when amazing things happen. I can remember vividly a sales representative called Elisa. Before the training, she told me, I like my job, but it is boring and not very fulfilling for me. During the workshop, she shared with us that besides sales, she was passionate about learning and teaching. After the brainstorming exercise, she felt she could join both disciplines, sales and teaching, to create a specific training in the company. You could see how she was getting more and more excited with her idea. She defined her action plan, and when she presented it to the Human Resources Department, not only they said yes, but they helped her to prepare the training. 5 months later, she was delivering her first session. And sometime later, she became a sales coach in the company. Look at this. You have a sales expert. You have a person that knows the company and the business. And you have someone that is passionate about teaching. And all of them are the same person. When people do what makes them happy at work, amazing things happen. So now, how can you, as entrepreneur, leader, or colleague, help others grab their job? Here you have 3 ideas that we develop during the trainings. First idea: let people do their job their way. We all are different, so we have different ways of doing things. The more we can do our job in our own way, the better we feel. In fact, everyone loves to leave their personal stamp in the job they do. We as leaders have to make sure that objectives and responsibilities are clear, and we should provide a framework. But within this, if you give people the space and the autonomy to do their job their way, they will be more committed and they will feel better. Second idea: help people maximize their talents. When you use your strengths and capabilities, you feel good and perform better. However, how do you feel when you cannot use your talents at work? How frustrated do you get? In a very interesting research about job satisfaction, a 27-year-old millennial called Luis Alberto said the following: many companies talk a lot about promotion and career path. However, I have never been asked what I like the most, what tasks I do best, or how I could develop my talent. You can feel in this sentence how Luis Alberto is frustrated for being suppressed, and how he would like to unleash his full potential doing his job. So if you want your team to maximize their talents, what if you help them applying job crafting? Why don't you have a conversation? And then you ask them, what motivates you? What could you like to do more? How could you put it into practice? And how can I help you with that? Imagine that your manager asks these questions to you from time to time. How would you feel? And how would you feel when he or she helps you feel happier at work? Think about it, because you can easily do that with your team just by having this conversation. And you will really have a huge impact in their happiness and performance. Third idea: craft your job yourself. If you want to develop job crafting in the company, why don't you start by yourself? Devote some time reflecting about your unique talents. Think about what you could like to do more, and then define in a realistic way what tasks you would like to modify or just start doing. As a leader, give yourself permission to do more of what makes you happy. Not only you will feel better, but you will be leading by example. So, after having seen that happiness at work is a competitive advantage, and also how to increase happiness by applying job crafting, I would like to end with a proposal. If you, as entrepreneur or leader, want to increase the level of happiness and performance in your team, sit with them and just ask them, how can I help you so you can do more of what makes you happy? This is a crucial conversation and one worth having. Because when people do what makes them happy at work, amazing things happen. Thank you very much.